What's good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talk nothing but this boxing. You know, I had to bring this one up here to the Overlook, man, and overlook the city for this one, man. We got 1,000+ subs, man, huh? Your boy's in the game, man. I want to send a shout out to all my subscribers, man. All those people who come in here faithfully, man, to watch your boy Big Face videos, man. Hector Martin, what's up with you, man? I see you in here early, fam. I appreciate you, man. You come in this mug every opportunity, man, to support the dude, man. I appreciate that, man. We just reached 1,000 subs, man. I know some of y'all probably thought I was above 1,000 subs the way I be shaking and moving and grooving, you know what I mean? But nah, we just reached it, man. But I want to talk a little bit about Sergey Lipinets, man. He just recently defeated Lamont Peterson last Sunday, and he looked good doing it, man. And the question is he ready for a top 5 welterweight? He says he is. His manager says he is. I want to talk a little bit to y'all and see if y'all think he's ready. Hector Martin, you think he's ready, man? I see you say he's tough. I know he's tough. You know what I mean? I've been watching him for a while, you know. And, you know, even though his resume, you know, there ain't a whole lot of people on his resume that sticks out, you know what I'm saying? But he passed the eyeball test, man. When you look at him, you can see that he's a tough, rugged dude. You can see he knows what he's doing. He got a good jab, you know, good movement. But he got some flaws in his game, too. You know what I'm saying? He got some flaws in his game, too. But against Lamont Peterson, man, he stepped it up another level. The fight before that, where he fought Eric Bono, you know, he didn't look too good. You know, many was wondering, is 147 too much for him? Is the weight too big for him? You know what I mean? But sometimes it just proves that sometimes you rise to the level of your competition. You know what I'm saying? If your competition ain't all that, man, you know, sometimes it's hard for these fighters to get up for their opponent, you know what I'm saying, which is evident from the way he fought Bono to the way he fought Peterson. You know what I mean? He looked like a completely different fighter, man. You know, Peterson was landing some heavy leather to that body, man, and you know, Lipinets, he was able to take it. I seen him putting his elbows down, so I could tell, you know what I'm saying, it was hurting a little bit. But, you know, I read an article where Lipinets said that the shots didn't faze him, that, you know, he was mostly hitting him on the elbows, you know what I'm saying, which, you know, what you expect a fighter to say. But I seen them shots going to that body, man. That whole side of his body was red like an apple. You dig where I'm coming from? Juan Empire Pyre, what's good with your fam? He says he takes punishment, but against the better opponents, he'll struggle. Fun fight. Yeah, it was a fun fight, man. Yeah, I don't think his defense is up to par. You know what I mean? But I just read an article. They got an article on Boxing Scene where Lipinets says that, you know, he's gonna get with Al Heyman and, you know, his other management team, and he wants to sit down with them, and he wants a top 5 welterweight by July or August. Now, when you look at the top 5 welterweights, you got Terrence Crawford, you got Earl Spence, you got Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? Is he ready to take on one of those dudes, man? Straight Cold, what's up with your fam? Hey, Straight Cold, we did it, fam. We got that rack, baby. We got that rack. Big Faces in the game now. You know what I mean? We working, baby. We working. But I don't know, man. I think out of all them, the top 5 welterweights, I think the matchup between Lipinets and Garcia, that'll probably be, you know, I won't call Garcia the weakest link, you know what I'm saying, because he ain't no weak fighter. But when you look at styles and you match the styles up, you know what I mean, Lipinets and Danny Garcia would be a real good fight, man. It'll be a real good fight, man. I don't think that he's ready for Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's ready for Earl Spence, but that would be a fun fight. That would be an action-packed fight. You know, even a Sean Porter, you know, Nature Peeps. What's up, little cuz? Nature Peeps says congratulations on 1,000. What's up, fam? That's my little cousin right there, man. I appreciate that. You know, we've been working hard, man. We've been traveling, you know what I'm saying, to these fights, man. We've been, you know, getting all these graphics, these visual effects all on my own dime, man, just out of the love of the sport, you know what I'm saying? And now they put me in the game, coach. They put me in the game. Now we're going to shake and move and see what can come from it, man. But, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a Lipinets versus a Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? That fight would be a real good, exciting fight, man. Both of those dudes, man, you know, ain't no nonsense between them. You know what I'm saying? No nonsense between them. They both coming to fight. Lipinets got a hard chin. We seen that with Mikey Garcia. You know, Mikey Garcia had his face all swelled up, but Lipinets was able to take his shots. You know, Mikey dropped him. I believe it was the 7th round. You know what I mean? But you know, Lipinets is tough. You know, he's tough, man. Will he be able to fight to win a fight against a guy like Terrence Crawford, a guy that can move and come in and come out, you know what I'm saying, and give you different looks, give you different angles, you know, good lateral movement, you know what I'm saying? I think that will give him problems. That was a problem in the Mikey fight with Lipinets, is that you know, the lateral movement that Mikey was giving him, the looks that he was giving him was hard. You know what I'm saying? Was hard. Hector Martin says Lipinets versus Thurman would be a great fight. Now, that there would be a great fight. Especially, you know, Thurman, the way Thurman looked in his last fight against Josecito Lopez. Now, me, myself, I thought Thurman looked it real good, man. He looked it real sharp. You know what I'm saying? Besides for the round he got hurt and a couple rounds after that. But Thurman came in, he looked it real good, man. He looked it sharp. He's, you know, his punches had that snap to him like we like to see, you know what I mean? But the effect wasn't that, we didn't see that effect that we normally see. You know what I'm saying? Lopez was able to sustain those blows, man, that would normally hurt a fighter, buzz a fighter, or knock a fighter the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But Lopez had a strong chin. He showed a strong chin. Besides that knockdown in the 2nd round, which was sort of like a flash knockdown. You know what I mean? I don't believe that Lopez was really hurt from that blow, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I would love to see a Lipinets versus a Keith Thurman, you know. But will Al Heyman and PBC, will those guys put Thurman in there with a dangerous fighter like Lipinets? Man, Lipinets is dangerous for any of those dudes, man. You know, just because of how rugged he is, how tough he is. He could take a punch, you know what I mean? And he's coming to win. He's coming to win. He's coming forward all night, no matter how much punishment he's taking. If you go back and you look at that fight with Mikey Garcia was hammering him with them 1-2s. You know what I'm saying? The Fight Journal Boxing says, yes, he's ready. Okay, fam. You know, a lot of people think he's ready. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm on here. We want to see if he's really ready, or is he just blowing smoke, or was Peterson done? Did Earl Spence, you know, make Peterson a shell of himself? You know, a lot of people were saying that, you know, Peterson wasn't the same after the abuse that the truth Earl Spence put on him, man. You know what I mean? Earl Spence put some damage to that boy, that's for sure. You know, he took a lot of damage before that fight got stopped. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people wonder, was that damage too much? You know what I mean? Did Earl Spence really end the career of Sergey Lipinets? Big face say no. No, I don't think so, man. Lamont just got old, man. You know what I mean? He's 35 years old. Okay, Hector Martin says Peterson was at the end of his career, but it was a good fight. I agree with you, man. He gave it everything he had, man. When you hear somebody say they want to see a fighter go out on his shield, Lamont Peterson went out on his shield. You know what I'm saying? He definitely went out on his shield, man. He could have hung it up. You know what I mean? But the way he fell, looked like he almost broke his arm when he fell. He fell hard. That lets you know how bad he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I thought he had more to give, you know, after that fight. He lost the fight, but, you know, as far as him retiring, you know what I'm saying, I don't necessarily think that, you know, it was time for him to retire. He didn't look that bad where I say, you know, Sergey Lipinets just mopped the floor with him. No, it was a very entertaining fight. You know what I mean? Two guys going back and forth, you know what I mean? And Sergey Lipinets just got the best of him. You know what I mean? Just caught him. He caught him, man. Anybody could be caught. This is the fight game. You know what I mean? You get hit on that chin, lights out. My man Straight Cold says, if you could be in a training camp with the fighter and cover it all, who would it be, bro? Wow, that's a good question right there, man. To tell you the truth, I am a very big fan of Gervonta Tank Davis, man. He's from Baltimore. I got a lot of family in Baltimore. I'm in Baltimore at least twice a year. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Tank Davis, I would love to be in his camp. I would love to see this kid work, man. I think the kid got a real upside, man. Got a real bright future. If he could stay away from the bullshit outside of the ring, if he could quit, you know what I mean, getting drunk with them dudes and stumbling around the Barclays and all that shit, I think that he got a very, very bright future. You know, there's a reason why, you know, Leonard Ellerby and all those dudes keep saying that, you know, he's going to be the next mega star. I could see it, man. I could definitely see it. The Fight Journal Boxing says, really like the channel. Keep it up. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I'll be checking out your work too, fam. You know what I mean? You working. You working, fam. You know, Straight Cold says, hell yeah, Tank's a beast. Hector Martin says, Davis is a beast. Yeah, man. That's one of my favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, he gets all the tools to be that dude. He got all the tools to be one of the best fighters in the game, man. He just got to put it together. He got to fight the dudes that's going to give him a challenge, that people would recognize the skills, man, because the dudes he fighting now, people ain't going to give him no credit for fighting these dudes, man. The Hugo Ruiz, you know what I mean? You go in there and smash him out in one round. You know what I mean? People want to see you struggle. People want to see you face adversity. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it's going to take for Tank to, for us to, you know what I mean, to look at, to see him grow, to see him as a star, to see him face a guy who people consider a better fighter. You know what I mean? But fighting these lesser guys, you know what I mean? Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it's fan friendly. But as far as putting you, you know what I mean, putting you in a spot that he wants to be, it does nothing for your career. You know what I'm saying? It does nothing for your career, man. So hopefully, you know, TMT and those guys, they can put something together for him, man. They say that they want to stay busy, you know what I mean, and want to get him more active. You know, from what I hear, he's supposed to have a fight in his hometown in Bmore sometime in June or July, I believe. So hopefully it's a guy, it's a fighter who got some recognition, somebody in the top 10, you know, top 5, top 7, you know what I mean, somebody with a name. You know what I'm saying? I know Abner Mares was supposed to be the guy, you know, but he got a, you know, had the detached retina or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But his retina's fixed, man, and you know he's talking about that. He's saying he still want to fight Tank. He still want to fight Tank, man. So you know I think Tank will destroy him, but I think that will give him a little recognition that he's looking for, man. Because you know Mares come to fight. You know what I mean? Mares come to fight. He's a smaller guy. You know what I mean? So people are always going to take shots and take you know straps away from Tank because of that, man. But you know. We'll see. My man Straight Cold says, most unbiased boxing channel I found. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, fam. I try to keep it a buck, man. You know, I'm on my GMB over here, man. I'm on grown man business time. You know, I ain't following nobody's narrative. You know what I mean? I ain't following the flow, what everybody think is popular. Nah, fam. I'm calling boxing the way that I see it. You know what I mean? And if you don't see it the way I see it, it's cool. You know what I mean? We can agree to disagree, but I'm going to call it how I see it. You understand what I'm saying? I appreciate that, fam. Hector Martin says all top fighters must fight to top fighting guys. He also says Mares can't beat Tank. No, I don't think he can beat Tank. You know what I mean? I think he was asking for a beating. You know what I mean? He was looking for that fight, and I think he was asking for a beating, man. The Hugo Ruiz fight, the way Tank did him, Mares might have put up a bit more challenge to him, but I can't see that fight going over 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's nobody around 130, 135 that can rock with Tank, man. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? I think Tank is that good. I think he's that good, man, and hopefully we'll get to see his full skills on display once he step up in competition. I thought the fight with Machado was going to be the one that we wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was going to be the one we wanted to see, but Machado took that L by Cancio. Straight Cold says, what do you think of Munguia? Man, I think Munguia is an animal. Munguia is a beast, man. You know what I mean? I seen in his last fight that he could box on his toes. I see he got good lateral movement. He can go in and out. He can fight off the back foot. He can fight off the front foot. You know what I mean? Munguia got a little bit of everything. But the only thing that Munguia is missing is defense. He don't hold his hands up at all. If you go back and look at any of his fights, he don't have his guard. He don't have a guard. He don't have no defense, man. And when you start stepping up in competition and them boys is throwing that real heat at you, that leather, like them that Jamal Charlo would put on his ass, you know what I mean? That Triple G would put on his ass, that Canelo Alvarez would put on his ass, you know what I mean? He going to have a defense or it's going to be night-night. He's taking way too much punishment. Way too much punishment, man. My man Hector Martin says he's tough, but he gets hit too much. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, fam. He got to step his defense up, man. His defense ain't there. You know what I mean? But everything else is. You know what I mean? He got power. You know what I mean? He can box. You know what I'm saying? He can move. You know what I mean? He can slip punches. But he has no defense, man. And when you start stepping up in competition, you're going to need that defense. My man Ron Empire Power says, what do you think of the Pulev harassment? Hey, man, that was crazy, man. Why'd that dude do that? Just grab old girl and just, you know, gave her a kiss right on the lips. You know what I mean? Real aggressive like. You know what I'm saying? I think he was definitely out of pocket for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that she didn't take it the way that she's acting like she took it. You know what I mean? But he definitely was out of pocket. He definitely, you know what I mean, shouldn't have did that, man. But for her to go to the after party after the fight with him, you know what I mean, they got the videos of her, you know what I mean, lap dancing on one of his partners, you know what I mean, got her titties and shit all out. You know what I mean? That tells me right there that, you know what I mean, she was enjoying herself, man. Not saying that she welcomed him. She had told him to kiss her on the lips in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? I think that was wrong of him, but I don't think she took it like she says she taking it now, man. But she lawyered up. You know what I mean? She ready to get that bag. She went home and thought about it like, yo, this Me Too movement's going on. You know what I mean? This dude just grabbed my face and forcibly kissed me without my permission. He got to drop a bag off. He got to drop a bag off. And Pulev, you know, unfortunately, he going to have to drop a bag off. You know what I mean? Bob Smitty, what's good with your fam? Bob Smitty says, Pulev should have been smarter. Him grabbing that girl's face wasn't a good look. Nah, it wasn't a good look. And then she went on to say that he grabbed them cakes too. You know, she said he grabbed them cakes too, but that was off camera. You know what I'm saying? But I'm seeing pictures. Some people saying it's Photoshop where she had her hand on the man's Johnson. You know what I'm saying? She was hugging him and had her hand on his Johnson. They say it was a Photoshop picture, man, but you know, regardless, they was real cozy in that picture. She says they wasn't friends and all that, but there's pictures coming out with them hugging and, you know what I mean, all lovey-dovey. So I don't know, man. I just think she's trying to get a bag. You know what I mean? I think she's going to get that bag. You know what I mean? He messed up. He messed up. Bobby Smitty says, but that's the thing. She was lap dancing on his friend or brother, not him. Yeah? You have to be careful. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Me even bringing up the lap dance is just me, you know, explaining what type of frame of mind that I think she was in. You know what I'm saying? If she was so scared and so distraught from him kissing her, she wouldn't been in no frame of mind to be smiling and lap dancing on nobody. You know what I mean? So, you know, when they go to court, you know what I mean, they're going to look at all that, man. They're going to look at all that, take all that into an account. But in the end, I think they'll fine for her, man, because dude was out of pocket. You can't just grab nobody's face, man, and just plant your lips on theirs, man. You just can't do it. Straight Cold says, did you watch the undercard of Ryan Garcia fight? That dude that bit the other guy. I seen highlights of it, man. You talking about what's dude's name, man? The dude always get knocked out and shit. The big tall dude. I forget his name, man. I can't think of his name right now. But I did see that. I didn't watch the fight, but I seen the highlights of dude biting him, man. You know what I mean? He must got a little bit of Mike Tyson in him. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bit of Mike Tyson. He biting, you know what I mean? Biting people. And, you know, he wanted out of that fight. The highlights that I seen, he wanted out of that fight, man. And biting them was the way to get out, man. So, you know, he got out. The promoter shouldn't even pay his ass for that, man. You know what I mean? You shouldn't get paid for that. You know what I mean? You deliberately bite this dude to get out of the fight. Come on, man. Straight Code says his name was Khabib or something. Yeah, Cash Ali. I forget his name, man. I forget. That's how insignificant his career is, man. Now, you know, like I said, I don't call nobody no bums on this channel, man. But the dude that we talking about, his career is insignificant, man, that we don't even know his name. You know what I'm saying? He run around biting people in the ring and shit. Come on, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm just chilling, man. Y'all see my beautiful city behind me, man? Whoa, look at that, man. It's a beautiful day, man. It's a beautiful night up here in Pittsburgh. You know, it was about almost 70 degrees today. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just out and about, man. Me and the wife, you know. So I figured, you know what? I got my shit in the car, man. Let's stop up here at the Overlook and let's do a video, because I want to thank my subscribers, man, for helping me get to this rack. You know what I mean? For putting the boy Big Face in the game, you dig? You know what I mean? I really appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? We working, baby. We working hard. My man Bob Smitty says, hey, brother, fantasy fight, Joe Louis versus Muhammad Ali. I have to know your take. I'm split on it. Hey, man, Joe Louis was a bad boy, man. Joe Louis was a bad boy, but I think Ali's movement and his speed might have been just a little bit too much for Joe Louis, man. You know what I mean? Just a little bit too much, in my opinion. But it could easily go the other way, man. But that's just my my opinion. Straight Cole says, loving the backdrop. Nah, brother, this ain't no backdrop. We live, baby. This is a live look up here in Pittsburgh, man. We up here at the Overlook in Pittsburgh, PA, man. I'm out here. I know my graphics be on point, man, that y'all think is, you know, it's a backdrop, but nah, we live, baby. We out and about, we moving and shaking. You know what I'm saying? My man Warren says Terrence calling out Spence. I did see that. I seen that today, man, on TMZ. You know, everybody wants to see that fight, man. They need to stop bullshitting and make the fight. You know what I mean? If they think they're going to make it as big as a Mayweather-Pacquiao, they might as well forget that. It'll never be big as Mayweather-Pacquiao. Not even close. Not even close. So they need to get it going on. They need to get it moving right now. You know what I mean? My man Warren says Pittsburgh's a cool city. Sometimes, man. Sometimes, but I love it. It's home. You dig? Francisco, what's good with your fam? He says Prime Ali beats any heavyweight. Hey, man, I can't argue that. I cannot argue that. That man, you know, like he say, he moved like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know what I mean? Bob Smitty, what's up? Give me the thumbs up. That's what's up. Straight Cole says Ali too quick, and that overhand right was devastating. No lie, no lie. Hey, man, what y'all think about this heavyweight division, man? A lot of moves being made in the heavyweight division. The boy Usyk, he's going to get his feet wet, you know what I mean, in May against Carlos Takam. You know, if he's able to stop Takam in devastating fashion, you know what I mean, how would that look? You know what I mean, where does that place him amongst the top heavyweights, man? There's a lot of moves being made in the heavyweight division, man. Deontay Wilder, there's a lot of people saying that he's the one ducking Anthony Joshua right now, man. You know what I mean? The boy turned away $120 million, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. For 3 fights. First fight would be, what, $20 million for Brazil? A guy that he got to fight anyway. A guy that he's going to fight anyway. You know, they real quiet about that, the money over there at Showtime, but I just cannot find it in my mental capacity to see Showtime giving Deontay Wilder $20 million, man, to fight Dominic Brazil. I just can't see it. I just can't see it, man. They say, you know, if we seen Wilder's purse, then, you know, people would be less critical of him, man. I just can't see him giving him $20 million for that fight, man. Straight Cole says, I want to see Wilder AJ. Everybody want to see it. They need to stop bullshitting. Just like Crawford and Spence, man. Give the people what we want to see. You know what I mean? The people who paying this money to watch you, man. You know, the people that's getting on this YouTube every day, making these videos to build your careers up, man. You know what I'm saying? Give us the fights we want to see. Bob Smitty says, if Usyk beats a top heavyweight, is he the pound for pound overall? In my opinion, no. No, man. I don't think Usyk has done enough to be in that conversation. Yeah, he captured Undisputed, which is a beautiful feat, which is an amazing accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? I can't take nothing away from him. But, you know, when you really, you know, take the magnifying glass and you really look at that, man, there wasn't a whole lot of competition at cruiserweight in that tournament. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking what he did, because what he did is an amazing feat. But when you look at the competition, man, there wasn't no real pound-for-pound guys on there, man. And when you leap up to heavyweight, it's a total different ball game, man. It's a total different ball game. It's like coming from the minor leagues to the major leagues, man. And I want to see will he be able to make the adjustments. You understand what I'm saying? My man Francisco says, heavyweight division is so shallow, Usyk might beat them all. And I ain't going to argue that. I ain't going to argue that, man. The dude definitely got skills. But what I'm saying is I got to see him against somebody elite. I got to see him against one of the top guys. You know what I mean? There was no really top guys. There was no really top guys that was in the cruiserweight division. You understand what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. We'll see. My man Juan says, more ducking than the welterweights. I know, man. These dudes do not want to fight each other. They is playing around. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, but my device is saying low on power, so therefore I'm going to have to shut this stream down, man. Maybe I can come back on a little later, man. But I'm going to get up off of here now before it crashes on me. You understand what I'm saying? But I appreciate you all joining me, man. I appreciate you all helping me get to this rack. Your boy Big Face is in the game now. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, in the meantime and in between time, stay blessed, man. And stay supporting this thing that we call boxing. Peace out.